He doesn't need
What's
to
that?
pretend to be a hard-living misfit. He is one.
He already is
He
one,
knows he'll
yeah.
feel at home where he's about to go, but he has no idea how.
That's a crazy statement. For someone who's undercover, is he like... That's a crazy statement, pulling up to a KKK undercover mission. He says, I know I'm going to feel right at home where I'm about to go. What? Yo, what's up? Welcome to another video. Today we got nice chill video, nice chill Fern documentary today. How an FBI agent infiltrated the KKK. Whew. Now, I usually don't do a lot about a race commentary and things like that, but I found this one pretty interesting. As I came across it, I was like, you know what? Secret ops, psyops. Let's get into it. I always love a good psyop operation, so yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Be sure to like the video if y'all like it, and let's go.
If there's any snitches in the group, we kill the snitches and they fire shots out of a gun. Boom, boom, and everybody's kind of getting scared.
Oh gosh.
April
I had a
21,
goat in there, bro.
2017. A group of men stand in a remote field in the middle of Alabama.
It was nighttime, and I am blindfolded. I've been instructed to place my right hand on the right shoulder of the person in front of me in line because that signifies brotherhood.
The Brotherhood is the Ku Klux Klan, the United States' oldest, most notorious white supremacist hate group. This is one of their ceremonies.
Complete misuse of the
But they
word
don't
brotherhood.
know, one of them is an FBI undercover agent, and he's no lightweight. 6'4",
Demon hood.
260 pounds, covered in tattoos. His nickname, Hillbilly Donnie Brasco. He's gone undercover as a contract killer, a contraband smuggler,
Yo.
an arms dealer. He's
Yo.
put dozens of people behind bars, from drug dealers to violent motorcycle gangs to pedophiles. He's befriended and brought down biker
He's
gangs
the biggest
and
op.
Nazis, people who are planning kidnappings, murders, and the overall downfall of society.
And when he was saying we're going on a camping trip, what he was saying is we're going to kill somebody. And everybody's screaming death to your, F your Jewish God, death to America. And then somebody says, if there's any snitches in
Degeneracy.
the group, we kill the snitches and they fire shots out of a gun. Boom, boom.
We drove all the way over to his ranch in Tennessee, and he told us everything. This is the story of Scott Payne, the redneck turned FBI agent who infiltrated America's underbelly.
Oh, that was him? That makes sense. They wouldn't be interviewing like one of the regular members. That makes sense. Doing that thing with the goat, bro.
The majority of this video is based on Scott Payne's book and podcast. Find the links in the description.
Oh wow, he made a book.
What I saw was a
Crazy.
watery image. It was completely red.
Nah, they got it.
And there was a demon looking
Hey,
at me
nah,
with a
bro.
watery kind of ripple image
Nah, bro, they got it,
with a
bro.
grin and long crooked finger looking at me saying, come here, smiling.
Nah, y'all got it.
Scott is 14 years old, and he's just seen a demon. The year before, his parents divorced, and Scott went down a dark path. Consulting spirits, watching diabolical horror movies, satanic rituals.
Oh
deals
heck
with
nah,
the
bro.
devil. That's what brought him
Whoa.
here. A friend's house. Spending the night.
Whoa.
They've had a small amount of alcohol, but no drugs, no hallucinogens.
I thought he
would
was
do
an
like these
FBI
little
agent.
vignettes where I would pretend I was being possessed by a demon or I was the devil or whatever.
What
I
the
was on
heck?
the couch and I was doing this scene from a movie where somebody is
Y'all
like
got
being
it, man.
possessed by a demon. And so I'm fighting in my voice and then the
This
demon
stuff
voice
is
comes
wild,
in and
man.
there's
I
this
could
battle.
never.
And at the end the demon wins and possesses the person.
I could
So
never,
that's what I
bro.
act like happened. And I'm laughing like the demon and I rolled over.
Nah, I could never.
It all started as a mock
That's a
demonic
different
possession,
level.
but then he actually saw a demonic figure, and this was his breaking point.
So let's just say after the demon scare, I got Jesus scared back into me, and that was it. Not that the devil was done with me, but I was done with him.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Halloween night 2019.
So what happened?
This is Scott
Georgia?
on
No.
his final major undercover mission, and this is a goat.
Get out of my
Stolen
state,
and is
bro.
now at the center of a pagan ritual. It's been
Oh my
nearly
God.
35 years since Scott's first encounter with the devil, but on this night, the devil is all around him, and he's definitely not done with Scott.
Now we're all in a circle around the goat. Somehow I ended up at the back of it. I don't know how. It's
Bruh.
bad luck on my part, I guess, but I'm holding the legs of the goat. He's got this blade, and he's bringing it
my
up and bringing
gosh,
it down
bro.
in a practice swing, practice swing, practice swing. And finally somebody says, just do it.
Wait.
Eisen comes down with every bit of force he's got and hits the back strap of
Isn't
the goat.
there other-
And I don't even know if it broke a hair. I don't know if it's because the back strap's too thick, the blade was too dull, but he hit it, and all you heard the goat was just go, bah, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna get bloody and bad.
Nah, that goat, it has fortitude, bro. He said, "You're not about to sacrifice me." But what religion sacrifice goats? Cause that's crazy, bro. That was like, goats are in several. Didn't a lot of people do that? Yeah, people be doing that jump. I don't know why. I don't know why everybody be sacrificing goats, bro. Why is that like the go-to thing? I don't know, bro. Whatever though.
Real fast.
The man swings again. Again. Nothing. Finally, the blade is replaced with a gun.
I
Oh,
said,
yo.
whoa, whoa, whoa. And he's like, what? I'm like, man, look at what you're shooting at. We're all in a circle around this thing. And then he looks, puts a round right in the head of the goat, and it hits the ground.
That's crazy.
So you think you're done. No, you're not done. Now they slice the throat of the goat, and they fill
Bruh.
up a cup full of blood.
Throat
One of them
goat?
pulls out a sheet of LSD. He approaches each
Bro.
man one by one.
Basically, they would take the hit of acid under their tongue, chase it with the blood of the goat to signify the sacrifice, or solidify the sacrifice.
Scott is one of the few who decline.
What is this
So
stuff,
when it gets
bro?
around
Why?
to me at the end, I'm looking at
Why
the
are we doing
blood,
this?
and it's already coagulated. It's all chunky and clotty, and I'm looking
What?
at it
Why
going,
are
man,
y'all
I
doing this?
really
I'm
don't
trying to
wanna
eat,
turn
bro.
this up and drink it. I mean, this is disgusting.
I'm trying to eat, bro.
So I dipped my
Come on,
fingers
man.
deep into the blood, pulled them out, and then sucked all the blood off my fingers.
Oh heck
This is
no,
not the
bro.
Ku Klux Klan. This group is younger,
Oh.
better equipped, and preparing for a bloodbath.
That's
And
not
not
them.
only animal blood,
Who's that?
but the blood of any human who isn't one of them. Jewish
That's
and black
crazy.
Americans, and anyone they consider traitors to the white race. They're by
Oh
far
my
the
God.
most dangerous group Scott will ever infiltrate. Unfortunately for these tripping blood-drinking white supremacists, Scott Payne has other plans. It's exactly the kind of thing he spent the last 17 years working to prevent.
What's that?
I became an
Anything?
FBI agent in 1998, and by 2002, I'd already done some undercovers for the FBI, but I
must
wasn't
be
yet
skilled.
certified through the FBI undercover
He
school.
must be good if he's like
So
not
I
been
finally
discovered.
got a slot.
September 2002,
Either
Quantico,
that,
Virginia.
or they're just
This is the
They're
FBI
just dumb.
Academy. If you make it through the year-long application process, if you pass the physical and psychological assessments, the tests, the polygraphs, the interviews, the background checks, if you make it through all that, you end up here, in a 20-week training program. If you get through the 20 weeks, you become an FBI agent. Scott's been here before. Now he's back, about to start the training program for undercover agents. Getting admission to the program is hard enough. Graduating is even harder. Only about half the admittees make it through.
It's a 2-week school with no days off. We're very big on sleep deprivation. You're going through multiple scenarios of all shapes and sizes.
very big on sleep
And
deprivation.
there's only 20 slots for the class.
Others break
Dang.
down. They make missteps during the high-pressure scenarios. They grow delirious and erratic from the lack of sleep. But Scott thrives. The sleep deprivation, the relentless roleplay, the grueling exercise. If anything, he feeds on it. Meanwhile, he's learning from his idols.
Maybe he's an
legendary
actual
FBI agents
demon.
like Joe Pistone, who spent 6 years undercover with the Bun No Crime family. But they don't always notice him.
So I
Maybe he
remember
really
Joe
did
Pistone
change
coming
into
to
a
speak,
demon,
and
bro.
I was like a kid in a candy store, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Donnie Brasco. This dude did 6 years undercover in the mafia, and he's teaching.
Oh, it's
but
the
he
real
has
guy.
He has this thing where he keeps kind of wanting to walk right up to the desk, so he kept stepping on my feet, and I was trying to get out of his way, And then finally, as he's teaching, he just looks down at me and he says, Jesus, kid, either you got the biggest feet I've ever seen or I can't see. And he throws a couple of bucks on the desk because he's like still in mafia mode. He throws a couple, he goes, hey, go get yourself a shine on me. And I just took my feet and shoved them under the seat, man.
Joe Pistone may have scuffed up Scott's shoes. What neither of them could have known at the time is that Scott would go on to fill Joe's. The FBI Academy trains agents to take down bad actors. More and more of these criminals operate online. Scammers, identity thieves,
is this
fraudsters,
an ad?
the list goes on. Such criminals rely on your personal data. Your
Yeah,
name,
it's gotta
your
be
phone
an ad.
number, your email address. Sometimes even health-related
Incognito,
information.
yep.
Scenarios and people that are there.
Get your bread, friend.
So he begins to work foreign language
On paper.
Okay, here it is.
So once I was certified as an undercover in the FBI, if you're looking on paper, I really didn't jump out.
Scott doesn't have a fancy degree.
Yeah, he just
doesn't
looks like
speak
a
any
basic
foreign
dude.
languages. His
That's a
nickname
good
is
thing, though.
Country,
That's probably what makes
for
him so
obvious
skilled
reasons.
at it.
So
He
begins to
does
work
look
as an
like just a
instructor at the
regular
school he
guy.
just graduated from. Unorthodox, but it got him noticed by the right people.
Excuse
I'm
me.
role playing in these scenarios and people that are there who were senior
At this point, he's just a professional LARPer, bro. He's just LARPing.
undercovers are watching.
But he's
'cause
eating
they're
that
trying
junk
to
up,
recruit
though.
for other cases. And that's how my name started getting out there.
So after months, there's
That's
finally
what's
a
up, man.
possible
At least he's
assignment,
doing it on the right
one that
side of
Scott is
history.
perfect for. Sure, he's a redneck with almost no foreign language skills, not suitable for many undercovers, but he has something most other agents don't. He doesn't need
what's
to
that?
pretend to be a hard-living misfit. He is one.
He already is
He
one,
knows
yeah.
he'll feel at home where he's about to go, but he has no idea how.
That's a crazy statement. For someone who's undercover, is he like... That's a crazy statement, pulling up to a KKK undercover mission. He says, I know I'm going to feel right at home where I'm about to go. What? He already talked about his past. He's got some stuff going on, but bro is like, that's a crazy line. I'm just glad he's doing it for the FBI and not on some real stuff, because how long is he in there? How much stuff did he commit?
Grow to the
I don't
criminals he's
know.
been assigned to infiltrate,
But hopefully
and
it
how
wasn't
hard it will
bad.
be to turn on them.
People always have their own opinion of what undercover work is.
He said how hard
To
it'll
go.
be to turn on
But he
him.
has no idea how close he'll grow to the criminals he's been assigned to infiltrate, and how hard it will be to turn on them.
People always have their own opinion of what undercover work is. Some people say it's acting. Some people say it's lying.
Opping,
Essentially,
bro.
this is the definition of undercover
You gotta
work.
immerse.
You are building
You gotta immerse
relationships
yourself.
that you're going to betray.
Yeah. Immerse yourself just to clap him. Operation Roadkill.
Scott is on a mission, and his targets, these men, have just arrived.
So basically,
members
he's not even testing his acting skills. He's testing his like ability to betray people that he's actually grown close with. Interesting skill set. So you just have to be an op. He's the definition of an op, an FBI operative or opposition.
The
Definition
Outlaws
of an
Motorcycle
op.
Club, the main rivals of the Hells Angels. They've been implicated in drug trafficking, prostitution rings, money laundering, the list goes on. And they're notorious for violence against
But they
rival
betray
gangs.
each other all the time, right?
Infiltrating them is exceedingly difficult. Scott Payne is here to do just that. But there's a
Okay.
problem. Part of the intelligence
that?
Scott was given is wrong. He was told they
Oh.
wouldn't be wearing their colors. Obviously,
Oh, they are.
Scott has
Ooh.
hoped to strike up a casual conversation, letting the topic of motorcycles arise naturally.
Is
But
that
these
not
guys are
good for him?
advertising their gang affiliation. He can't
They're
just
just
go up and
yapping.
say, hey, you guys ride. His only choice is to make them come to him. Luckily, another part of the intelligence is right. This guy, road named Spanky, loves to be the center of
Spanky.
attention. So Scott steals it. He works the crowd. He tells jokes. He talks loudly. He draws attention to himself, making Spanky want to steal it back. Soon enough, Spanky asks where Scott is from and sends him a drink.
He said,
He's called me over.
He
He's
did the
gonna do-
black beard pulling up to the bar. Yeah, blah, blah. Just laughing.
It's me to other people. And of course, I'm getting more scrutiny. The more people I meet, the more scrutinized I am.
They
Everything
want to
seems to be
like,
going well,
they want
but the real
to
scrutiny happens
chop
somewhere
him
else.
off now.
So I walk into the bathroom, and as I'm at the urinal,
Why they got
in a
mirrors
lot
in the
of
urinal?
bars,
I
there's
guess
like a little box in front of the
you
urinal.
see people pulling up on
plexiglass.
you.
It might be flyers for a band coming up or a stripper coming to town or something like that. So I can see a little bit of a reflection, and I see this jacked big dude come walking in.
Okay.
And I see him looking, at each stall, and he's like, okay, that's empty. I see him looking
Whoa,
under
what's he
the
doing,
stalls
bro?
to make sure
What's he
nobody's
about
in
to
there.
do? This is
And
why
I'm
those
watching
mirrors
it,
are
it's from
there.
a reflection.
This
And
gotta
then he
be.
comes walking up right
Seeing
beside
people
me, and
moving
for
crazy.
a split second, I thought, oh, I'm getting jumped. I'm getting jacked right here.
Why is he pulling
And
up next to
that
him?
didn't
If he...
happen. He says, so what brings you to Massachusetts?
All undercover FBI agents have a legend, a
Yo, what
detailed
if he
made-up
told him?
backstory that they have to commit to memory. He's from deep South Texas, up in Massachusetts for work. He loves Harleys and whiskey, and his name is Scott Calloway. As it so happens, the guy grilling him in the bathroom is also named Scott. Scott
Oh,
Town.
that's hilarious.
A lot of undercovers,
Scott
you
and
bond with
Scott.
people, especially deep undercover long term. But there's never
So they're
been
about to
another
bond
person
quickly.
I bonded with closer than Scott Town.
Yeah,
For a
that
year and
makes
a half,
sense because they're
Scott gets
both
to know the
well
outlaws.
named
He
Scott.
drinks with them, rides with them, fights alongside them. He gains their trust. He becomes their friend. They call him Tex. Scott's
Tex.
legend may be a lie, but the
Oh,
friendships
because
are
he's
real.
from Texas,
Scott Town becomes like a brother.
allegedly.
He likes to drink, I like to drink. He likes to fight, I like to fight. He likes to ride and lift, I like to ride and lift. We completed each other's sentences. We were just kind of cut from the same cloth.
They even both have a daughter who's the exact same age. Scott Town is
Whoa.
kind of a doppelganger. The person Scott Payne might have become
He got
had
lucky
he not
then.
gone into law enforcement. Another
Yeah, he
gang
got
member,
lucky.
Brian De La Vaga, aka Clothesline, also becomes a close friend of
Clothesline?
Scott's.
Does he
said,
just do
and
laureates?
these guys are my brothers,
Lariat
and I
people.
grew up around them. He said, but I really don't have that many friends. Somebody that I know would take a bullet for me, and that I would take a bullet for. And in my mind, I'm looking at his face, and I'm going, oh, no, man, don't say it. And he looks at me and says, you're one
Scott.
of those guys.
Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh.
Tomorrow is the big day. Over the course of last year, Scott has convinced the outlaws that he's a high-ranking member of an international theft ring. They begin running jobs
Whoa.
together. They begin small, with insurance fraud and vehicle trafficking. An outlaw
Insurance
reports a
fraud.
motorcycle is stolen. He
Hold
then
on.
files an
So, like, for these FBI deep cover missions, are they doing real crime to bring down other real crime, and then just like writing it off? Is that what he's doing?
insurance claim, while Scott sells the motorcycle across the border. A double win. Money from the insurance company, money from the sale. They do this again and again, with motorcycles and
So
other
they're just
vehicles.
doing real crime.
But tomorrow's job is different.
But I mean, it's to
Some
the
of
insurance
outlaws will be
companies.
serving
They're
as
not
security
really.
during a major drug deal. A gate
This is gonna sound bad, but I don't really count a lot of insurance companies as like, if you get off on them, I don't really count that as like, even though it would technically be against the terms of the law, but like, come on now, they don't even operate within the law most of the time, and they had laws written around them because they're so powerful monetarily, so that people had to have them. So, I don't know, they're just a bigger gang at that point. It's not really a morally unjust thing. It's more just a crime to a criminal syndicate at that
arranged by
point.
Scott himself. He's revealed that he has connections with a Mexican drug cartel. No surprise, considering his line of work and his proximity to the Mexican border. The stakes are high. If they get caught, they'll be looking at serious jail time. And if something goes wrong during the deal, the bullets will start flying.
Oh,
So when Scott is told to meet the outlaws at their clubhouse, he's not surprised.
I messed up.
They probably want to go over the plan
Hold on.
one last
Did I? Is it still up? Okay. I thought I had messed it up. Okay, we're still good.
time. Scott arrives. The place is familiar. He's been here countless times. He knows what's behind every door in the building, except one.
Okay. Whoa.
Clothesline leads him to that very door. Now he
Whoa.
realizes
Ah,
that
this the
something's
Klan
wrong.
rally.
Scott is told to strip. They need to
Yeah,
strip
this
for
the
a while.
Klan rally.
Because of the stress of this happening, I forget my middle name. I'm having an adrenaline
Whoa.
dump. And for anybody who's ever had it, it can
Whoa.
be any traumatic experience, but I'm having auditory exclusion. So what I hear sounds like I'm underwater. It's going whoosh.
He's like,
whoosh. So it's slow.
yo.
I need you to take all your clothes off. It's slowing down. I'm getting time dilation in my eyes. Everything I see is in string grabs. Click, click, click. I can feel my heart beating.
Yo,
for
bro
miles.
is lagging in real time, bro. Yo, he got actual real time ping issues, bro. Bro moving at like 10 frames a second.
Entire body. My hamstrings get
And get your
rubbery.
bit rate up.
Now,
Come on.
Clothesline has instructed me to take all my clothes off. Here's what
Is
I'll
that why
tell
he's called Clothesline?
you. If I'm not wired, it's just an embarrassing moment. I'm naked in a small crawl space with 2 guys with pistols. Problem is, I'm wired to the hilt.
Oh
But they
no.
don't find anything. Scott's recording equipment is not taped to his chest, but in his clothing.
Oh,
my
that's so
adrenaline
good.
starts settling, and I'm starting to come back to normal, and I think I'm done. And
Whoa,
I
they
get my pants
got.
back up. I don't know if I have my boots on yet or not. And then Clothesline grabs a piece of clothing
And
that
he
I was
checks
wearing.
it.
And that piece of clothing has a recording device in it. And I'm
Oh.
watching him, and he starts grabbing the clothing, and he's going through it nice and slow with his fingers. And I don't realize I do it, but there's an audible sigh. You can hear me go, because I don't even know. I don't even know I'm doing it. And he looks right at it and misses it.
Whoa.
And I live to fight another day.
Whoa. What if he saw it? Yo, nah, low key. What if he saw it and just didn't say anything? What if he saw it and just didn't say anything because he
Two
thought
moving
they were
trucks
cool
enter the
now?
parking lot of the Brockton
He was like,
Holiday
"Yeah,
Inn.
it's probably
One is
nothing."
filled with drugs. The other
He
is filled
pulled
with
the Assassin's Creed villain. Must have been nothing. It literally sees one of their dudes get murdered in a bush next to him.
money. A Mexican drug cartel is selling 40 kilograms of cocaine and 1,000 pounds of marijuana to Canadian buyers.
Oh
The
no.
Mexicans aren't taking any risks. They've arranged an American security detail, the Outlaws. Surveillance at every entrance. 4 men in the parking lot there to provide protection, unload the drugs, and count the money.
Okay.
Everyone is armed and antsy. One false move and all hell could break loose. The deal is wrapped up quickly. The transfer is complete. All the money's there. The Outlaws are particularly relieved. They may be tough, but this is their first time working with a cartel. Now they'll get paid $15,000 for their services. Scott counts out the cash. He did it. He successfully tricked them. The cartel, FBI agents. The Canadians, also FBI agents.
Oh, whoa.
8 months later, a hotel in Nevada.
Oh, okay, so
Scott's been laying low,
that was just a fake
coordinating his undercovers from
operation.
afar. His
That's not
outlaw
bad.
friends think he's going through a divorce. In reality, he's been diagnosed as overassigned after experiencing a severe stress-related panic attack. He's been ordered to take a 6-month timeout. He's been teaching during this time. His current class, ironically enough, is called Undercover Stressors. All the students have gone to bed, but Scott's
Crazy.
only just returned to his hotel room. It's early 4 or 5 a.m. The drug deal back in November gave the FBI all the evidence necessary to arrest and imprison multiple outlaw members, but the operation has continued. Until today, the day of the takedown. Scott doesn't think he'll hear from any of them again, but then his phone rings. It's Scott Town, and he's concerned. He's heard some arrests were made, and he wanted his friend to know about it. He says he's going to take a shower and gather more information. He'll report back.
And the last words we spoke to each other were, he said, "I love you, brother." And I said, "I love you too." And that was the last words I spoke to him. And probably about 45 minutes after that, a SWAT team hit his house and he went to jail.
In the end, 15 outlaws
Where's the
were arrested as a
KKK
result
part,
of
though?
Operation Roadkill. One of them was sentenced to 21 years in prison. Clothesline
Got
got
him.
12 and a half years. Scott Town, 7. The Outlaws
What?
never saw their friend Scott Calloway again.
12 and 7. What? Oh, it's a different
Ku
one.
Klux
Okay,
Klan
okay.
emerged
All
in the
right,
wake
here we
of the
go.
American Civil War.
Here we
From
go.
the very beginning, they were racist.
So
to
he
the
got a
core,
whole roster.
raining terror and death on black Americans.
Yeah,
In the
get
late
these
19th
dudes out of
century,
here,
they
bro.
flogged, tortured, and lynched politically active black men, raped their wives, shot their children, and
Can we
burned their
stop?
schools. Historians consider them to be America's first terrorist movement.
Yeah,
Today,
demons,
the KKK
bro.
remains active, but
Actual
only as
demons.
a shadow of its former self. Fewer members, less
Nah, I
influence.
remember seeing low key cause I live in Atlanta, right? And I remember seeing people talking about like the Klan rallies and whatnot, meeting around Stone Mountain. I'm just like, bro, come on now. It's 2025, or at the time it was like 2023, I think. But still, come on now.
However, burning crosses is still one of their favorite things to do, and they've stayed true to their roots.
Demons, bro.
Naturally, as a terrorist organization, they have to act in secrecy. You might assume that infiltrating them as an FBI agent is not the easiest feat.
So you may ask yourself,
Didn't
How
people?
do you-
I think I saw a video of some people trying to like join these like alt-right movements and like a link that had links to the KKK and stuff like that, like the Proud Boys. I think I saw a YouTube video of somebody that was like seeing how easy it was. I forget who it was, but they kept sending in applications to like try to get in and see how easy it was, and they had like pretty much little to no resistance as long as they showed that they were like on demon time, which was interesting.
Contact the United Klans of America. Well, it turns out the group I was looking at had a
Well, they didn't even have to show it; they just had to say it. Basically, they're just like, "Yeah, hey, I'm a racist. Yeah, this, and that." They just yapped, and that was it.
Todd starts talking to a guy named John Jack, a Klansman whose passion for Jack Daniels earned him this nickname. Scott tells him he's got the number from a group of bikers he met at a gas station. It's a plausible story. Scott looks the part, and his time with the outlaws taught him how to play it. Biker gangs and white supremacists often run in the same circles. Jack starts talking about this rally that's coming up. Vendors, burning crosses, country music, the usual. But there's a problem.
He said, I'm not going to lie to you, Scott. I had a band lined up, but the singer just got locked up, and I really don't know what the hell I'm going to do about music. And I thought, this could be my end.
He's going to sing?
And I said, did I happen to mention that I'm a musician and a singer? I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bring my acoustic and my PA system.
He's getting lucky,
there,
bro.
You can come meet me by the car. I'll strum a couple of tunes for you if you think I suck. And he's like, oh, hell, this is going to be great. It's going to be great.
Scott
that just goes to show you, honestly, I feel like that's one of those things. This is one of those situations where it's like judging people based on their hobbies versus their character is a completely different world, right? Like if you become friends with somebody based on like things that you like doing versus like who that person actually is, then there's gonna be some different type of people you're gonna meet. Because this dude Scott, I don't think, well, not Scott, his name is not actually Scott, but who he's playing, right? Scott, he's not actually an evil dude, but he just likes being like alternative, right? He just likes biking, he just likes being a degenerate. He's not actually like an evil racist dude, but because like a lot of those evil racist dudes, they be doing the same stuff, he's able to easily get in with them just based off of stuff like that. Is interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting.
That he just signed up for something far more sinister.
Well, he getting knighted, bro? What was
April
that?
21st, 2017. It's the day of the Ku Klux Klan rally.
I got lost multiple times until I finally drove up on this empty, I don't know, lot fenced in the middle of nowhere, but it wasn't hard to spot because the Nighthawks, which would be the Klan members in all black, who were the security force, are all standing at the gate.
Them wearing black is disrespectful, bro.
A lot of these people were felons.
Scott's ready for an interesting time.
Y'all gotta take that off, bro. You're not even allowed to wear the color, bro.
Perhaps this will be similar. During his mission, Scott will be taught the KKK's constitution and bylaws. Studying the Black Klansman Handbook, which he'll learn to refer to as the Kloran. He'll become familiar with the original...
I know they didn't call it the Kloran, bro. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen right today. That's the craziest thing I've seen today, bro. Wow, they called it the Kloran. How they gonna steal on some demon time, bro? Invisible Empire, bro.
Mystic insignia of the Klansmen. He'll learn this all in class.
That is some demonic activity,
bro. The K-Uno test, a prerequisite to get fitted for a robe. K-Uno stands for character, honor, duty.
Character, honor, duty, bro? How does any of that line up with K-Uno? K, you spell character with a K. Okay, I see that. But Uno? Honor and duty? How is that? How does that line up?
And he's been invited to participate in a naturalization ceremony. He has no idea what this means, but all the newbies are doing it.
Naturalization?
And that's how he finds himself in the middle of a field, blindfolded, holding the shoulder of the man in front of him, a gesture meant to signify brotherhood. They are told to raise their right hands and repeat an oath.
I do swear from this moment forward.
And then they tell us to get down on our knees.
Demons, bro.
The welfare of the white race.
So I'm on my knees, blindfolded.
This is clown activity, bro. This is so silly. This is so silly, bro.
And there's a Ku Klux Klan member in a green robe, and he has this
A
sword,
green
and he
robe?
kind of
Take that off, bro. That's my favorite color. You're not allowed to wear that, bro.
And then we all hug, and there's like a little bit of a celebration, and I'm not sure what happened. And then it hits me as I'm walking to my truck. I'm like, I think I just joined the damn Klan. Yep, that's what.
America.
And he has this sword, and he kind of knights me.
The United States of America.
Bruh.
And then we all hug, and there's like a little bit of a celebration.
Nah.
And I'm not
Y'all
sure
got
what
it.
happened. And then it hits me as I'm walking to my truck. I'm like, I think I just joined the damn Klan. Yeah, that's what that was. So I got naturalized in the Ku Klux Klan that night.
Naturalized. So he's
Scott started the
technically,
KKK
even though he was deep cover, he's technically a member of the Klan.
will
He's
end up
not.
being relatively short-lived. The case isn't really going
Oh,
anywhere.
okay.
And there's another group coming into focus, a far
Why?
more
What
dangerous
happened?
one.
In the FBI, we started encountering more violent type extremism, not the KKK types. We're talking advanced neo-Nazism. And it led me to an accelerationist group called the Base.
The base mission will
Accelerationist?
provide to be far more extreme than anything Scott has ever seen.
The network of violent white supremacists.
An extremist group known as The Base.
Violent neo-Nazi terrorist
Paramilitary group called the Base.
Clowns. For what, bro?
On
Like,
August
for
11th,
what? What are we doing?
2017, crowds of people marched through the campus of the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, chanting
Look, I get it. Some people feel like they need a purpose, bro. But this is what you rally behind. When you get bored at home and you're like, dang, I don't really got nothing to stand on. I don't really have anything to stand for. This is what you go stand for. This?
racist and anti-Semitic slogans. They were
Clown.
protesting the removal of a statue of Robert E. Lee, the famous Confederate general. The next day, they were met by counter-protesters, and things quickly turned violent. Then they turned deadly. A white
Oh,
supremacist
shoot.
drove his car into a crowd of counter-protesters,
Whoa.
injuring 35 people and killing Heather Heyer.
Whoa.
For some, the Unite the Right rally was a wake-up call, surprising proof that white supremacy persists in America. To others, it was a
Whoa.
grim reminder, and frightening evidence that white supremacists were feeling emboldened enough to come out of the shadows.
Yeah,
The
that's
first
crazy. That was like
accelerationist group emerged
2017,
in
they said?
2015. They called themselves Adam Waffen Division. They'd been inspired
Oh,
by
that's some
writings of
German
neo-Nazi
stuff.
James Mason, whose book Siege had become a sort of Bible for accelerationists. The book denies the Holocaust and attacks homosexuals and Jewish people. It also calls for
Whoa.
organized violence, specifically for the formation of terror cells prepared to wage war against the system. Initially regarded as
Whoa.
fringe or even cringe, accelerationism
Yeah,
steadily gained
cringe for
traction.
sure.
By 2021, roughly 90% of white nationalist groups identified as accelerationist. That same year,
Accelerationist?
the U.S. Director of National Intelligence identified racially motivated violent extremists as the most lethal domestic terrorism threat. More than other white
Yeah,
supremacist
low-key.
ideologies, accelerationism insists on the importance of direct violent action, the kind of action taken by the people they call saints. Like Saint
Saints
Tarrant,
is
Sir Brendan
crazy.
Tarrant, the Australian white supremacist who attacked 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand.
This is demon activity. How they're gonna be calling themselves saints? And they probably, I don't even know what kind. They probably be hiding behind Christianity too a lot of the time. They're like, that's a complete disrespect of like what they claim they stand for, which is insane. That's
He
crazy.
killed 51 people. Or Saint Roof, for
51?
Dylan Roof, who killed 9 people, all black, during a
Whoa.
church service in Charleston, South Carolina.
Whoa,
This is the kind of action accelerationists believe in.
demons, bro.
Action that will further destabilize society, that might finally lead to societal chaos. They are explicit about this. Roof, for example, said he'd hoped to ignite a race war. Failing that, though, the purpose is to inspire more violence, which is exactly what
Why?
such attacks have done.
Why,
Scott Payne just signed
bro?
up on Facebook. He's about to publish another racist post. His goal is to get banned.
His
About to
goal is
publish
to get
another
banned.
racist-
Scott's having fun with this. You know he's having fun with this, bro. First, it became popular to be a or half of. You know he's having fun with this, bro. He was probably one of those dudes in the Call of Duty lobbies, just going crazy as a kid, or not as a kid because he's older, but like if he was, He probably might be doing it now, but you know he's having fun with that, even if he's like technically doing it for a good cause. You know he's having fun. Cause he ain't really been allowed to go off like that, just like saying whatever. He's probably not even that type of person, but still, he probably just enjoys the chaos aspect of it. I can imagine, given what he said about his previous activities.
His post. His goal is to get banned. But nothing happens. A fellow agent points out
That's
that he
crazy,
doesn't have any
bro.
friends. He adds a few people,
Yeah,
and that does
yeah.
it. He's promptly kicked off.
Okay, there
well
it
done.
is.
Next up is Gab, a social networking site
Gab.
well known for its tolerant stance towards far-right users. He participates in forums with names like
White
White's
Warrior
Own.
88
This will
is
further
crazy.
elevate his credentials. On July 15th, 2019, he writes an email. I've been seeing your stuff, and I'm definitely interested. Survival and self-defense. I like it. The next
Survival
day,
and
a
self-defense.
Thanks for contacting the base. You can learn more about us on our official Gab account at the base. If you're interested in joining, please provide the following info to begin the vetting process.
The base is a white
Yeah,
supremacist
okay, this is
neo-Nazi
part of the
group.
thing.
They were just founded a year ago, and they are accelerationists through and through. Their plan entails assassinations, sabotage, and acts of terrorism. Their targets are black people, Jewish people, and anyone they consider traitors to the white race.
They want to do guerrilla warfare tactics.
Traitors
so it's
to the white
murdering
race
people
is crazy.
And disappearing. It's poisoning a water system, taking down a power grid, derailing the train, anything that causes chaos.
Can we
The
put
idea
these
is that
dudes
after
in
the
jail,
collapse,
bro?
the group's cells scattered across the world will form white ethno-states led by white supremacists. This event, total societal collapse, has
They
a
are
special
not
name.
doing anything productive,
Boogaloo.
bro. They are literally just... Can we just throw these dudes in jail or something and just call it a day? Oh, snap. This is ridiculous, bro. They're not doing anything productive, man. They're just out here spreading hate, bro. Like, what is this, man?
Scott is trying to join them.
We could be like having establishments on Mars and stuff like that, but yet we got people out here just tearing each other down for no reason
They ask for his name,
on some dumb
White
stuff.
Warrior 88, and his age,
Crazy.
44. Scott Payne is actually 48.
Could you imagine if
but he
they
knows
took
most
that
of his
energy
members
and
are
put it
between
towards
18 and
literally
25.
anything else?
He wants to seem as young as possible. Sex, race, location, military experience, fitness level, special training, and organization affiliations. Here, his past undercover experiences pay off. He mentions the Klan and biker gangs.
So here I am, approximately for a week or more. I'm emailing back and forth to somebody with a Proton.
Oh yeah,
email
he's
account.
in, bro.
And they're asking me all
He's in
kinds of
there.
questions about my ethnicity, what I can bring to the table, what is my history.
Bring to the table, bro.
And I laid out a story that I was a old biker, shocker, and a former skinhead from South Carolina.
As Scott would find out later, the owner of that email account was none other than the founder of the base himself. Online, he's
wow.
known as Norman Spear and Roman Wolf. He's been on the public's
Get him
radar
outta
since
here.
2018, but his true identity is unknown. That is, unless you're in the FBI. Ronaldo Nazaro is 45, American, born in New Jersey. He worked as a contractor in Iraq for the Department of Justice. Now he's in Russia,
Wait,
but it's 2019. You can organize...
hold up. He used to work for the Department of Justice? And now he's a neo-Nazi extremist?
Neo-Nazis into
What
a network
happened?
of accelerationist insurgents from just about anywhere. The email exchange continues for less than a week.
What happened,
Then
bro?
Scott is invited for a phone interview. It's supposed to take 30 minutes, but ends up lasting an hour. Now both Scott
they were
and
yapping.
Grace have a 24-hour grace period. After that, Scott will need to make the decision. Does he truly want to join?
I passed the test and they bring me in and they asked me, hey, where are you located? And I said in East Tennessee. And they said the closest cell to you is in North Georgia.
That's where
North
Scott will have to
Georgia,
pass one final
no.
test, an in-person vetting session.
Come on, bro.
August 2,
No,
2019,
in Rome?
Georgia. To Scott, the men look more like boys. He knows that one of them is the leader of the base's Rome cell, but that's it. They tell him to step out of his truck. Scott isn't wearing a wire. He knows they'll check. But hidden in his truck is a tracking device, put there by his case team. As long as
Nice.
Scott is near his truck, his team will be able to find him.
I step out. you know, shake hands or whatever. And he says, hey, I need you to put your phone in airplane mode. And I said, okay. He pulls out this wand thing that I'd never seen before. It looked like a Geiger counter. It had a big triangle card in it, lights all over it. He wands me, and I pass because I'm fine, I don't have anything. Then he starts wanding my truck. No big deal.
Snap.
Until he starts going to the back driver's side of my truck, which is where the case team placed my tracker. That thing he's holding in his hand starts going crazy. The closer he gets to the back of the truck, it starts beeping, 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 beeping. I see colors going on it. I'm like, oh no, man. It's picking up the tracker.
Scott braces for a fight. He's alone. His team knows where he is, but they have no idea something is wrong. But he gets lucky. The other guy wonders if the device is picking up the power lines.
And he walks over, and it goes crazy. And he's like, damn it, yeah, or whatever he says. Yeah, it's the power lines. Hey, follow us to another location.
He be getting lucky,
Scott
bro.
has to act fast. He has to get the tracker deactivated.
And I'm calling the case team, and I'm like, hey.
Yo, Scott be getting lucky.
And at first, they're like, well, we can't shut it off. And I'm like, you have to shut it off. And they're like, well, if we shut it off, we're not sure. What if we can't get it back on and we lose you? I said, here's what I'm telling you. Whatever they have is picking up the tracker. If you don't shut it off, this is going to be a very fast.
The end of the operation.
It's going to be over as soon as we get to where we're going.
Yeah, they're about to clap you, bro.
Concrete plant.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is great. How many movies have I seen where somebody's killed in an abandoned concrete plant? I hope
Literally.
they got the tracker off. They pull out the wand. They wand me. And I passed.
Yeah.
Scott is in.
Yeah, get the tracker off.
The outlaws, the Ku Klux Klan. But nothing could prepare him for what comes next.
What's that?
Scott has been with
October
the base for over 2
2019?
months now. As a boy, he loved camping with his parents and friends. He'd explore the woods, go fishing. But the camping trip he's just been invited to isn't like the ones he used to go on. The list of things to bring contains some unusual items. Weapons, ammunition, and the same kind of camouflage. Flecktarn, worn by the German military. This is no ordinary camping trip.
Bruh.
This is a hate camp. An extended training session to prepare members for the Boogaloo. Hand-to-hand combat, weapons drills, grappling. By now, Scott has attended a number of similar training sessions.
This is so silly, bro.
But this one is different. It's longer. 3 to 4 days.
Bro, this is some Saturday morning cartoon type stuff backed by just ignorance and hatred, bro. What is this? This is the silliest stuff in the world, bro. Y'all gotta stop.
And it's bigger, with base members coming in from around the country. Texas, Alabama, Michigan, Delaware. He's familiar with many of the men he'll be camping with. At least he knows most of their online pseudonyms. Can't Go Back, Ison, Punish Snake,
Ison,
Big Siege, Zoomnat. All from out of state.
Siege, it's crazy.
And of course he knows his fellow Georgia cell members, Helter Skelter and Pestilence, who vetted Scott back in August with the cell leader himself.
Helter Skelter, bro.
The militant Buddhist. Everyone knows Scott by his code name.
Nah.
Horse. When you're an undercover agent.
Nah, bro. Nah, there's no way he could have actually been a Buddhist doing the stuff that they were doing. There's no way.
Some cliches are true. Scott has learned to expect the unexpected, yet he fails to expect what would happen at the Halloween hate camp.
I wake up to
Halloween hate camp. Did not think I was going to hear that
today. You gotta wake up, you gotta wake up. I'm like, what's up, man? What's going on? They're like, hey, you gotta get out here and see this. I've been doing undercover since 1996 at this point. And I have never been
the year before I was born.
Where I had to burn Bibles, burn American flags. I damn sure wasn't part of a group that went out and stole a goat and we sacrificed it at a pagan ritual and drank its blood. And I did all that in 3 days with these guys.
Yo.
After they decapitated the goat,
Silver
the
Creek,
group comes
bro?
together for a barbecue. They roast the goat over an open
On
fire
Halloween?
and have it for dinner. All of this, of course, while tripping balls. It's impossible to know what blossomed in their brains that night.
Nah, they're good,
what
bro.
hallucinatory horrors they saw. If their drug-fueled fantasies were anything like their sober ones, then they dreamed of death and destruction, of killing black Americans,
I'm good, bro.
Jews, anti-fascists, and communists, of the Boogaloo. Scott has become upsettingly familiar with these fantasies, and with the beliefs that produce them. Behind each pseudonym is a young man, and within each young man is a darkness. The militant Buddhist's real name is Luke Lane. If the Boogaloo requires it, he says he could kill his dad.
Whoa.
Pestilence is Jacob Cotterly. He believes Hitler is still alive. Michael Helterbrand,
So he's stupid.
aka Helter Skelter, says
Oh,
he'd
we
have
know
no
they're
problem
stupid,
killing
actually.
the commie kid. Punished Snake, a former Canadian soldier who'd been doxxed by an undercover journalist, gets emotional talking about it, but he knows he'll have to kill his ex-fiancée when the boogaloo kicks off. She's half
What?
black. Scott Payne.
He had a fiance that was mixed, and now he's on some KKK stuff, and he's saying he's gonna go and clap her. What is this foolishness, bro? Can we put a pin in this? This is what is this?
And as he earns their trust, he records more.
And we did more and more trainings through that Saturday, but by that Saturday night, we went back down to the holy site and had a bonfire. And that's where the American flags were burned. That's where holy Bibles were set on fire. And everybody's screaming, death to your, F your Jewish God, death to America. And when that training camp ended,
they're demons.
that's when I advanced even more in them trusting me. And that's
they're
when
demons.
TMB and Pestilence started bringing me in on murder plots that they had.
Murder plots.
It's more than 2 months later, and Scott is back at TMB's farm.
Yeah, they're going crazy in the Call of Duty
Halloween
lobbies.
hate camp took place. For the last few weeks, TMB has been talking about another camping trip, but he's been cagey. He doesn't want to share information via chat. Scott has convinced him to meet. He wants details. It turns out the camping trip isn't a camping trip. It's a hit job.
TMB creates a separate chat room called the camping trip. And when he was saying we're going on a camping trip, what he was saying is we're going to kill somebody.
Their target is an active Antifa couple in the Georgia area.
It was going to be me, TMB,
Antifa,
Pestilence, and Helter Skelter. And we were all going to make entry into the house. TMB wanted me to go with him to kill everybody, while Helter Skelter would be covering out the window to make sure no cops were coming and stuff like that, or help. And then Pestilence was going to set the house on fire. But in the planning of everything, at one point, Helter Skelter says, hey, if you don't mind, I'd like to pop my cherry on this one. That confused me because it means something completely different to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he said, I would like to actually put a bullet in somebody's head as well.
he's never killed anybody. That's what that is.
After casing the house, they begin the next phase of the murder plot, planning.
It was pretty extensive. Like,
I said Antifa
you go to a camping
members.
site, we leave everything digital,
Anti-fascist.
everything phones, everything there. We go scrub
Oh, is that what
ourselves in a
Antifa
pay-by-the-hour
stands for?
motel. We tape our...
Is that what Antifa stands for? Anti-fascist? What does that actually mean? Google. Let's check. Because I've never really looked that deep into that stuff. But like, okay, what did... Wait, hold on. Not Google. DuckDuckGo. Yeah. Let's go to DuckDuckGo in this one. I need to get these search tracking. What does Antifa mean? It's probably anti-fascist, right? Okay, yeah, okay. Anti-fascist action, okay. So Antifa is like anti-fascist, okay. That's what I thought, it was just short for that. Okay, that makes sense.
Pants to our shoes, our gloves to our shirts, Vaseline on eyebrows and facial hair. See, this is all to avoid leaving DNA for law enforcement. At one point, TMB had done research, and he said that he read that the first time
They're probably on
somebody
Reddit.
kills somebody, they lose control of their bowels. So he was suggesting that we all wear adult diapers. I didn't tell him that I'd killed somebody
That's
before,
crazy.
but I told him I think I'm okay. I don't need any diapers.
Oh.
I was just as shocked when I got brought in on this murder plot as most people were. But while this is going on,
That's crazy.
the Baltimore cell, which is Can't Go Back, and Eisen and Punished Snake are planning to go to this Second Amendment gun rights rally in Virginia that they thought was going to be the kickoff of the Boogaloo and the D-Day, the race war.
Boogaloo, bro.
Their idea was they knew you're going to have a bunch of Second Amendment people there, militias, 3%ers. You're going to have cops. You're going to have protesters. What if you pop a couple of rounds into that crowd? Nobody know who's shooting at who, and everybody starts shooting each other. That could be the set-off.
Scott and his team know they have to stop
Bruh.
him, and there's
They're
no
trying
time
to
lose.
recreate the shot heard around the world or something. Who's gonna be Paul Revere? Bro, that's so crazy.
The Pro Firearms Rally is on January 20th, 2020, just a
Oh,
few months
2020.
away. They jump into
COVID.
action. The next
So they're
weeks
trying to
are
do all this
flurry of
around
activity,
COVID?
meeting, coordinating, and planning. Finally, the day of the bust arrives.
It's a
The
Wednesday,
Boogaloo.
and I'm in Rome, Georgia. I
Rome.
pick up Luke, who's TMB, to go to lunch. And we pull out, and as I'm driving down the road, I knew what my ruse was going to be. I was going to say something was wrong with the truck, but sure as you know what, the truck made some loud sound I've never heard. I didn't hit anything. Something just went, and I was like,
He's
"Did you
getting
hear
lucky.
that?" He's like, yeah, and I go, man, if my brake calipers are frozen again, I'm going to be, because that did happen. So I took a left out of his neighborhood, pre-planned by the SWAT team, and I pull up tight to a fence. And as I go, hey, I'm going to get out and check the truck. So I'm walking around the back of the truck. Another vehicle pulls up. He doesn't know who they are. I know who they are. They're part of the case team. And the guy says, hey, man, you need any help with that? And I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's you. What are you doing in Rome, Georgia? He goes, what are you doing here? I'm like, man, I haven't seen you. And as I'm doing that, there's the distraction. Here comes a Bearcat with a SWAT team over the hill, barreling down the hill. But Luke's looking at me, not at the car coming. And when that thing's coming, I jump in the back of the agent's truck and I'm like, go, go, go. And you could hear the SWAT team giving commands. And luckily, the arrest went down without an incident.
Ooh,
next
yo,
morning,
he
SWAT teams
made
come
off
Luckily,
like a
the truck, and I'm
crazy.
like, go, go, go.
Yo, he
And
made
when
off
that thing's coming,
crazy.
I jump in the back of the agent's truck and I'm like, go, go, go. And you could hear the
Yo,
SWAT team giving commands. And luckily, the arrest went down without an incident.
The
yo.
next morning, SWAT
Get
teams
them
arrested
boys.
Ison, can't go back, and punish
Yeah,
him.
you can't go back now.
Essentially, we
Now you
kinda-
definitely not. You're not even going back to society now. Out here, that's crazy. Really out here planning to drop people off. That's
We
crazy.
kind of tore down the base.
Luke Lane, aka TMB, was sentenced to 6 years in prison.
Yeah, nah,
Jacob
bro.
Cumberly, Pestilence, got 13.
13.
William Bilbro, Ison, 5. Patrick Matthews,
Oh, so they're about to be getting
Brian
out then.
Lemley, can't go back, 9 years.
9.
According to a recent Guardian article, the base is enjoying a resurgence. Its founder,
A resurgence?
Romano Lazaro, continues to live in St. Petersburg.
What?
Scott retired in June 2021. At his retirement ceremony, attended by friends, family, colleagues, and top FBI brass, June 30th was named Scott Payne Day.
Wow. Yeah, they really ride with Scott. He did a lot of stuff, though. He did a lot of good stuff, I'm not gonna lie. He kind of put up mad numbers on these boys. But hey, how meth is killing Europe. We might check that one out later. 12 days ago. Meth in 2025 is crazy. But hey, you know what? Maybe I'll check that one out now, actually. How long is this? How long is it? Because we're streaming right now. We might actually have time for 2. Not gonna lie. But I'll do a little outro just in case. Hey guys, that's gonna be the video. Let me know if y'all liked it. Go ahead and like the video if you did. And subscribe for more, you know. Subscribe to Fern. We're gonna be watching some more of these on the channel for sure. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.